UltraTech Cement is also one of the losers. Street not quite happy with the earnings. It is a mixed set of numbers actually that did come in from the company, and overall it was a tepid expectation ahead of the results as well. But let's go across to Vivek, who is here with us to give us more details on UltraTech Cement's numbers and how did they actually fare. What is the cement company's price hike any further? What is the news coming in on that flow as well overall with the earnings? Vivek?
UltraTech Cement, the cement bellwether, the leading cement company in India, delivered its results. And the results, especially when you're talking about the top line was mainly in line to marginally above what the 18-hour poll was anticipating, seeing a 6% year-on-year growth. However, the company has flagged off certain key concerns on the account of which, when you're talking about the EBITDA, we were expecting somewhere close to 2,820 crore. The EBITDA that the company delivered on a consolidated basis was close to 2,420 crores, clearly showing a decline of 22% year-on-year. Raw material price inflation, diesel inflation, petcoke inflation is something that has impacted the company's margins. Margins on account of that have dipped below the 20% mark on a consolidated basis, coming in close to 18.6%. The net profitability coming in above the 18-hour poll, coming in close to 1,700 crore, again showing a growth of almost 8% on a year-on-year basis. The company has said a couple of things. Demand was impacted due to the construction ban in Delhi. Demand was also impacted due to the delayed monsoon in November. Pricing too is not very robust, but the company is expecting a certain amount of revival in the coming quarters. The company has also undertaken significant capex, and all of this is expected to be something in focus. However, as far as Q3 goes, the headline remains that the margins have been impacted due to severe rising cost inflation.
Okay, thank you so much for that, Vivek. But let's bring on board our experts for today. We have Kunal Bothra as well as Rajesh Agarwal, who are going to be joining with us on the show. Welcome, gentlemen, and a good morning to you as well. Rajesh, I'm going to be coming to you first and, to talk about UltraTech Cement's numbers. Now, surely it is not one of the best quarters for the company coming in, but, all eyes were already on the volume recovery as well. And, like Vivek mentioned about the demand trends also coming in concern of November and was a bit of a concern, but December we had started seeing the trend improving. What is your understanding coming in for UltraTech Cement? What is your view on it, and would you be keeping a positive stance on UltraTech Cement?
Good morning, Cheryl, and good morning, Alex. We have a positive stance not only in UltraTech but on the entire cement pack as such, be it a large cap or mid cap. As far as UltraTech is concerned, we have a target of around 9,000 odd rupees in the next 9 to 12 months, based on the fact that even if we look at this quarter volumes, the volumes have gone down just because of a construction ban in Delhi or an extended monsoon or a Diwali season holiday. These were the factors which led to a volume degrowth. But if you look at 9 months consolidated now volume, then you will find that volume has grown. And going forward also, we feel that with the kind of capex almost 900 or 965 crore capex in Birla White, that's a high margin business is going to add to the margins. And the coke prices and the diesel prices have started softening. Going forward also, with the kind of focus of government on infrastructure development and housing, we feel demand growth is just a matter of time. It's one of the largest company in terms of capacity, and I think if somebody is bullish on the entire cement pick, UltraTech is the first pick. And somebody who is looking for a safer bet even on UltraTech, then I would say go for Grasim, which again is a holding company of UltraTech. So indirectly you are having an exposure on UltraTech. So we are bullish on UltraTech as a whole with a 9,000 odd target. But somebody looking for safer ground can even have a exposure via Grasim.
All right. That's all right. I get that. Rajesh, thanks for that view on UltraTech Cement and indeed on the cement pack. But let's get a technical check as well. Kunal, I'll come to you on the charts. UltraTech Cement, how does it look right now? Certainly, A bit of a rough session for it after the earnings, but of course this is to be expected, and I think you always say to wait for the news to subside just a tad bit before you place your bets, right? So how do you view UltraTech Cement on the charts?
So good morning, Alex. I would believe that probably the chart structure for UltraTech Cement is not as strong as what it was, few quarters back. Now the stock is getting into a big, broad consolidation for itself now. Whether it's 7,000 to 8,000, or whether it's 7,500 towards 8,000 odd levels for UltraTech Cement, where the stock is trading in this range for itself. But the chart structures are weakened, and I think clearly for that you can look at the lower grade on the charts on the screen, which is the RSI, and with every subsequent new highs, or even a similar high being made for UltraTech Cement in terms of prices, the RSIs are making a pattern of lower highs and lower lows. That's inherently telling you that the structure of the charts are getting weaker, and possibly the stock may get into a sluggish kind of a downtrend for itself. If not a downtrend, then at least a prolonged time-wise correction. So purely as a short to medium term view, I would avoid UltraTech Cement at current levels unless the RSI manages to reverse itself completely. That could be a chance where a new trend can set in for UltraTech Cement. But looking at the structure as of now, it indicates that the possibility that the stock may continue to remain in this range or get into a sluggish downtrend is far more higher.